Watch me come alive. Burn so bad that you'll go blind. You seem so bad that I'm still alive. I'm done holding back. This is the final attack. And now it all comes to black.
So, the day has finally come. Mario, Sonic, two longtime rivals in the video game industry. They duked it out before, but with very limited research. But now, let's see if the full picture matches the previous results. In this 100th episode of Death Battle!
Check out 23andMe, a
Oh, and,
DNA testing service
genetic
that can offer
stuff.
insight into your ancestry, health, wellness, and traits. The 23andMe.com/Death Battle.
Let's go! Here we go.
Their rivalry is legendary.
Yes.
Their fame, unmatched.
Yes.
This battle has gone on for nearly 3 decades, but today, it finally comes to an end.
Mario, Nintendo's
Like-
whimsical Italian turtle crusher.
And
Like it did
Sonic
several
the
years ago.
Hedgehog, Sega's specialist of speed.
Time to find out if Sega really does what Nintendo don't.
For this bout, we'll be using the same rules Death Battle has had for the past 3 years. Most importantly, the original video games will be our primary source for analysis.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
Right.
And it's our job
Oh,
to
yeah,
analyze
so
their
we're
weapons,
seeing
armor,
Wiz
and
and
skills
Boomstick
to
in
find
person
out
this
who
time.
would win a death battle.
Now it's actually
Plumber,
simulation.
carpenter, doctor. Mario has worn many hats throughout his life, but he always does so as a hero.
Except for that time he tortured his
Yeah.
mother, but no one really talks about that.
Born as one of
Yeah.
the 7 star children possessing an extraordinary amount of power,
And extra horrible crying fits.
Mario
no one
was
would notice
assuredly
that.
destined for greatness.
Then him and his little bro Luigi wound
he
up in New
canonically
Donk City,
24?
where he spent his days throwing shit at monkeys and, fixing toilets. Not exactly the great heroic destiny I was expecting, but hey, at least his girlfriend was smoking.
Yeah.
But everything changed after a chance meeting with Princess Peach.
Yes.
Her Mushroom Kingdom had
They were
been
actually
conquered by
playdates.
Bowser, the tyrannical king of the Koopas, and her only hope of rescue lay in the hands of the Mario brothers.
They were playdates when
And
they were
Mario
babies.
had all the power he needed to take the Turtle Terror down. He's super
Indeed.
tough, super quick,
Yep,
and
there's Cappy.
really, really strong.
Lazy Shell,
he can
too.
jump several times his own height, smash
Bottomless
tanks to
gloves?
bits with
Oh.
his butt, and toss Bowser around as if he's a featherweight.
So long, Bowser.
Needless
Ultra
to say,
Flame.
the
I
Mushroom
knew
Kingdom was in good hands.
Of course.
So was the princess. She even gave Mario a piece of her cake. If you know what I'm saying. Get in
They're
there,
humble
buddy. You
about
can
it.
serve off.
Don't-
Oh,
don't
come
give
on,
him
it's
any
an actual
flack.
cake. That's good too, I guess.
And if
Yeah.
his strength doesn't cut it, Mario has plenty of extra weapons and powers on hand.
He can already shatter
Oh.
brick with his bare fists, but when
I
he
knew
needs
it.
the power to break down
Bottomless
the
gloves
toughest walls, he
are gonna-
busts out the Ultra Hammer. Sounds like a wrestling move Lou Albano would have used back in the day.
Of course.
Rest in peace, Captain.
Do the
Forged
Mario.
by 2 master blacksmiths, the Ultra Hammer, combined with Mario's mighty swing, can break through practically any material.
And he's got a ton of awesome power-ups, like that spicy fire flower.
Actually, while Mario used to need this flower, he has since learned how to use pyrokinesis without it.
Well, the ice flower lets him freeze enemies,
Ooh,
the
mushroom
lucky
too?
bell turns him into a kitty cat, and the super mushroom gives him a power boost and increases his size. Ha! I bet the princess likes that
Yeah.
one.
With his frog suit, his swimming ability
Penguin
increases
suit's
dramatically.
better because it also
With
has
the
ice
double
balls
cherry,
and
he
sliding.
can create clones of himself with no power decrease. With the stopwatch, he can freeze time.
A retry?
With the Cape Feather or the
Earlier
wing cap,
times, what?
he can soar to new heights. And with the Starman or Rainbow Star, he becomes totally invincible. for a short time.
And with the gold flower, he never has to work another day in his life, cause he's got an infinite supply
Right,
of
they
money
just said it themselves.
made of people.
While
no
he can carry
invincibility
several
leaf.
power-ups at once, Mario doesn't always need them to prove his potential.
He's quick enough to maneuver when transformed into a bolt of lightning, and skilled enough to pilot the Star Diver as it rockets through the atmosphere.
I'm sure he can react to
He's
light
so
speed
freaking
since
manly, he took an explosion to the face that wrecked an entire castle. And
since
even
he's
better,
capable of
he was
anticipating and dodging
standing in
laser
the
beams
middle
from
of this.
Snoozorb.
Based on a standard tennis court's measurements,
Oh, yes,
we can
we've
determine
seen
the
this.
blast of this fireball covered a radius of over 2,000 feet. To reach this distance, the blast must have had an explosive
Mario just
yield
faced-
of over 2.4 megatons.
So what you're saying is Mario could totally play tennis with a nuclear
Oh.
warhead for a ball and be totally fine.
Probably. Also, he can throw a baseball so fast it overloaded the
That's-
speed gun, implying it was launched over 999 miles per hour. In the Mario World cartoon, he hurled a dinosaur out of orbit. Assuming this creature is of similar size and weight to a Tyrannosaurus
I'm sure
Rex,
this might be a low
feat
ball.
would require a force of over 135 tons of TNT.
Wait, Wiz, I thought you said we're only using the games.
Any official material counts so long as it's supported by the games, otherwise we'd be ignoring a huge majority of the character's history. Take a look at this chain chomp. It's actually made up of solid gold. Gold is ridiculously heavy. While 1 cubic foot of iron weighs 491
Okay.
pounds, a cubic foot of gold is over 1,200 pounds. Luckily, a chain chomp is a perfect sphere, so we can compare it to Mario's height to find that it weighs nearly 6,000 tons.
Wait, did he just leave it in that hole? Cash it in, Mario! That thing's worth $366 billion!
That's actually correct.
Well, yeah, that guy on TV who always wants my gold told me.
This isn't even Mario's most impressive feat. At one point, he lifted an entire fortress and punted it through the air.
He does the same thing in the manga,
And
and,
they're
it's
not-
pretty on par with the strength he's shown against Bowser, who's survived collapsing castles multiple times.
Since this presentation makes the castle's size difficult to determine, we measured the entire interior based on maps from the game. By scaling these measurements to the castle's smaller avatar and conservatively assuming a limestone composition, we've determined the
And the-
castle must weigh more than 61 million
Oh,
tons.
jeez.
And he just kicked it away like it was a freaking soccer ball.
Given the distance it was kicked, Mario must have exerted a force of around 3.5 megatons of TNT.
3.47
Do you realize what this means?
Okay.
Mario's foot is 231 times more powerful than the atomic bomb that dropped on Hiroshima.
Now seems like a good time for a beer. Or 12.
Honestly, Mario's absurd strength shouldn't be as surprising as you'd think. While he's fairly naive and not much of a strategist, he's saved the Mushroom Kingdom from Bowser's clawed grip time and time again. And the Koopa King is tough enough to survive a dip in the sun, or even a black hole.
Don't underestimate Nintendo's powerful plumber.
And just like that. Now let's see how Sonic compares.
Somewhere
Fastest
out
thing
there,
alive!
on a strange alternate version of Earth, humans coexist with anthropomorphic animals. But this world has been assailed over and over by the vile Dr. Ivo Robotnik, otherwise known as Eggman.
Why the heck does he need
knows
such a
why?
dumb alias when he's already got a name as cool sounding as Robotnik?
But hope persisted. Whenever the Eggman hatched a scheme, one did not have to wait long for a certain blue streak to speed by. This was Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
He's the fastest thing alive!
He's the fastest thing alive.
Except for all the other
While
things
Sonic
that
has a
outsped
superhuman
him.
physique overall, speed is his speciality. In fact, superhuman speed is a natural trait for the anthropomorphic hedgehog, though Sonic's abilities are far superior to his kin.
Wait a minute, all hedgehogs have super speed? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Well, real hedgehogs are also nocturnal, not blue, and when they try to make friends with foxes, they get eaten. So I don't think Sega cares.
Alright then, to stop Eggman from turning all his animal pals into batteries, Sonic cranked up that speed and weaponized it. He can crush his enemies with the spin attack, strike multiple
Insta
times
shield.
with the homing attack, go 0 to Sonic Boom instantly with the super peel out, and plow through hordes of badniks with the spin dash. Holy crap!
Oh,
this
and
guy was just like
equipment, okay.
vomit all the time.
He's also used a number of power-ups throughout his adventures, including elemental shields. The Aqua Shield is especially useful as it grants him an incredibly high bouncing jump and protection against his greatest nemesis.
Robotnik?
No, water.
Seriously, Sonic, buddy, learn to swim already and save our ears from that nightmare music.
The blue hedgehog can also gain abilities from small
And there's
alien
wisps.
beings called wisps.
They can turn him into a fireball, a yellow drill, a black hole, a bunch of stuff,
Ivory
really.
lightning.
Even a demonic hungry hippo.
But before we delve any further, there is something vital which we need to discuss. It's time to figure out Sonic's speed.
Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah.
While he has boasted that he is faster than light, Sonic has yet to prove this in canon without the aid of additional equipment or power-ups.
Oh yeah, like when he connects to a trail of rings. But you can't take his bragging too seriously. He's still got some of that radical 90s attitude.
I'm out of here.
The highest official description of Sonic's speed labels him as hypersonic, or somewhere between Mach 5 and Mach 10. This actually isn't too far-fetched. The game Sonic Unleashed records his speed, and he can reach a maximum around 3,500, SPD.
Sonic, he's got an STD. Sonic, hurts when he pees.
SPD.
Assuming SPD translates to metric meters, given the game's Japanese development, that puts Sonic's top speed over 7,872 miles per hour. Over 10 times the speed of sound, and just over the official hypersonic description.
So, is that it?
Well, it's possible, no, likely, that he's faster. In TV shows closely tied to the games, Sonic has dodged meteors, did this with a 10,000 frame per second camera, and even outran lightning. All of which implies that he can move and react around 200 to 300 times the speed of sound.
How about that
So
one
both of them
time
can
he
react
got
to
up to a
lightning.
cyan wisp? He said that thing's almost as fast as him, even without its laser mode.
That's right, the laser is a power it grants Sonic, not itself. Still, wisps are incredibly fast. At one point, a group of them flew from Earth's surface to a black hole in orbit in the 20 seconds Sonic and Tails were talking. By measuring the planet's curve here, we can find that the wisp aliens must have been moving around Mach 200. As Sonic is faster than them, this supports his cartoon feats.
Why isn't that
Alright.
black hole sucking up the Earth? That's what they do, right?
It's more like a pseudo-black hole fueled by hyper-go-on energy.
Yeah.
Yeah! I didn't know better. I'd swear you just made those words up.
Its presence near Sonic
Yeah.
does emulate that of a singularity, and Sonic actually outran its pull for 30 seconds. Due to chaotic accretion, black holes pull non-orbiting mass inward at 30% the speed of light. Sonic's clearly pushing his running speed to its limit here, or else the black hole wouldn't have pulled him in. With this in mind, it's entirely possible that, without additional support, Sonic's maximum possible running speed must be around 200 million miles per hour.
That's insane! The fastest man-made object in real life was the New Horizons space probe, which took off at more than 36,000 miles per hour.
It took 9 years for this probe to reach Pluto, but with Sonic's speed, he could make this same trip to Pluto in less than 24 hours.
While we're tracking speed, I've always wondered how fast I can chug a beer. Start the clock, Wiz!
Are you gonna start?
I'm already done.
Moving on, even with this unbelievable speed, Sonic has far more power hidden up his sleeve.
He doesn't
Right.
wear a shirt.
He can
Okay.
achieve the form of Super Sonic by absorbing an
Here we
enormous
go.
amount of positive energy from the 7 legendary Chaos Emeralds. In this mode, he can teleport large objects, survive planet-level explosions, launch energy attacks, and fly near the speed of light.
But guess what? This isn't even his final form.
Oh
After
boy.
the Emeralds received a boost from the Master Emerald, Sonic could achieve his ultimate state of being, Hypersonic.
He's got all the abilities of Supersonic, plus total invincibility,
Okay.
and a hyper flash that insta-kills everything around him. Oh, and he's definitely faster than light now.
Unfortunately, good things don't last forever. Without a steady supply of rings, these superforms can't even stick around for a full minute.
Sonic has resisted mind control from the Overmind, survived re-entry from orbit, and blasted apart a mountain. This would need more than 200 tons of TNT to pull off. And while fighting his evil RoboCopy Metal Sonic, they shattered this enormous stalactite.
Don't tell me that's their
Holy
strongest.
shit, just look at the size of it.
By comparing it to the buildings in this city and applying
Yeah,
it
as
to
Metal
granite,
Sonic's episode
the most common
pointed
rock
out,
in continental
this was
crust,
both
we
them.
found that this stalactite must weigh almost 47 million tons, which means a break like this would need a force of almost 200 kilotons of TNT.
Kilotons.
Damn, he's definitely got
that
what
really
it
the
takes to
strongest
save
they
the
can get
world
for
from
Sonic?
a madman scientist, even if he is kind of a dick.
Well, Sonic may be a bit arrogant, and he's certainly a thrill seeker, but at his best,
Yeah.
he's the definition of honest and heroic. He's used his powers to defeat Eggman time and time again,
Yeah?
even
All
against
right.
gigantic death machines and cataclysmic events.
Those cute and cuddly forest critters can rest easy when Sonic's gotta go fast.
I'll show you how outclassed you really are.
I'm in a class all my own. Time to put up or shut up, Infinite.
Yeah, Infinite, shut up.
All right, the combatants are
X-Lord
set.
wannabe.
Let's end this debate once and for all.
But first, all this talk of Eggman's got me hungry for Blue Apron.
By now, you've probably heard of Blue Apron, the leading meal kit delivery service
It'll be
in the
too late
US.
by the time I get... I'm just here to watch the fight. Hello, Mario! Hey!
Hello? That's a mine.
Finders keepers, pal. Whoa! You asked for it, Tubby.
Yep. Jeez, a sanity.
You're too slow.
Oh, you're... Along comes a wisp. Ultra Flame!
Come here.
Oh, this is getting silly. Ow. Double cherries. Better hurry to the surface. Double cherries. There, bubble shoot. Meow.
Oh, give me a break.
Random pigeon. Ow! Slap. Oh, here comes Supersonic.
Now I'll show you.
He dodged that. Wait, where's the cap?
Let's go.
Oh, there it is. Oh, this is close. Shattered the moon. They both were.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, mamma mia.
Oh. What now? Oh! What? Oh, jeez. Oh! Mega Strike. Oh! Woo! Ow! You got a nice sneaker! Okay. Oh, and no explosion. Okay, yeah, Mario.
How did that happen? I know Nintendo won the console wars, but I really seem to remember Sonic having this one in the bag.
I'm sure Sonic could have won in specific circumstances, but more times than not, Mario takes the victory. Keep
Yeah.
in mind this analysis was done with a focus on the games and their closely tied media, excluding alternate
Yeah.
contrary sources like the Archie comics or the Mario Brothers movie, where Mario and Sonic are essentially entirely different characters from their gaming counterparts.
Yeah.
Sonic had speed in the bag, obviously,
Obviously,
but
yeah.
Mario was way too tough for him.
Their top strength feats paint this picture very clearly.
But I know what you're thinking. What good is Mario's strength if he couldn't even hit the
Yeah.
blue blur? He's way
Yes.
too fast, right?
Shadows.
Yes and no. While
Shadow's
Mario
the
obviously
time-space
couldn't match
controller.
Sonic's relativistic top-running speeds, he's moved efficiently as a bolt of electricity and piloted the Star Diver. Based on our calculations, this puts him at the same level as Sonic's own reactionary feats. Since Mario was tough enough to tank almost anything Sonic could throw at him, it was only a matter of time before he tagged the blue blur with a deadly blow.
But what about chaos control? Couldn't Sonic just stop time and take care of things? What?
It's heavily implied he knows how to, but Sonic has never actually used the time stop ability in canon. Even then, Mario's stopwatch does the same thing, putting them on equal footing.
Ah, don't do that! Where's my wallet?
Actually, most of Mario and Sonic's power-ups countered each other in this way. Mario even had plenty of options for defending against Sonic's invincible super forms. But Mario also had a much wider variety of power-ups, offering multiple ways to overpower Sonic. For example, he could have frozen Sonic solid, or even turned him into gold. His arsenal would always outlast Sonic's because he's been shown to carry more of them on his person.
Oh god! Oh, I've seen things!
But even then, Mario's durability blew Sonic's out of the water. Even if we assume the 200 kiloton stalactite feat was entirely Sonic's doing, Mario survived an explosion that was 12 times more powerful.
Oh, yeah.
Simply put, Sonic didn't have a lot of viable options that could take Mario down for good.
I always knew Sonic was impressive, but Mario is just ridiculous. Probably that mustache.
Sonic was obviously incredibly fast, but he couldn't compete with Mario's superior strength, durability, and varied arsenal.
He got Mario'd.
After 100 episodes, you still can't think of a good pun?
No, but now they can see me do this. Ah,
The
Yeah,
winner
that's
is
true.
Mario.
And Mario wins. Who's gonna be
Thank you for
being
watching our
number
100th
101?
Death Battle episode, and props to Blind
That was
for the
nice
phenomenal
overall.
battle animation.
To celebrate 100 episodes, we have a limited edition poster, which you can pick up by clicking that box right over there.
And who's next? Ultron versus Sigma. So this is finally happening too. Okay, so that was an incredibly fun episode. Not merely because of the results, but because it was more in depth and was animated in a fun way. But yeah, this was nice. This is a nice format to see now. And I can't wait to see what they'll do for Ultron and Sigma. So, I'll see you all then. Bye-bye then.